Hey all, hope you all are good. Welcome to my channel, World of Coding. Today I'm going to deploy a machine learning app using Flask Docker, and then I'm going to deploy that app to the Kubernetes cluster. For that I'm going to use a Minikube Kubernetes cluster that is used for local deployment. So let's begin. Let me show you my sample dataset. This is the dataset that I'm using. It is basically predicting whether the individual salary is less than 50k or greater than 50k. So basically it's a classification problem, and I'm going to use classification algorithm known as decision classifier. So let me show you the processing.py script that I've created. First I've imported several libraries such as pandas, then sklearn, and then numpy. I'm reading the dataset. I'm performing necessary pre-processing steps. I'm renaming some of the columns. Uh, then I'm label encoding it. Okay. Then I'm splitting the data into X and Y target variable. Then I'm uh, segregating the data into train test split where test size is 30% and training set size is 70%. Then after uh, then I'm fitting the data to learn the weights, and then I'm storing the weights of my model. So let's first run preprocessing.py. Okay, I'm inside my required folder. Let's run preprocessing.py to generate the weights. Okay, so this is my accuracy of my model is 83%. Let me show you one more file, that is script.py, and then I will show you the templates. Okay, so first I'm importing necessary libraries such as Flask, Pickle. Pickle is used to save the weights, and then I'm again loading it with this same pickle library. This predictor function is used to predict the result. Okay, so whenever when I will run the Flask app, okay, first it will hit this URL, okay, and it will show you the index.html page. I will show you the index.html page, which will take the input from the user. Okay, so here we need to specify the age. Here we need to specify the working class, education, marital status, occupation, and similar other values. Okay, and then we'll click on submit. Okay, so when we'll click on submit, the request uh, okay, the request will come, the filled values will come to this variable and will go to the predict function, and it will return the result in form of 0 1. If the value return is 1, then the income is more than 50k, or else less than 50k. So let's check and run our Flask app. Mm, Python 3 script.py. Okay, specify the age. Let it be default. Let put any random values. Let it be. So it will predict whether the individual salary is less than 50k or more than 50k. So it is predicting the individual salary is greater than 50k. So my Flask app is running correctly. Now check whether my Docker is running or not. check it using system ctl status docker. My docker is running. So let's create a docker file. Okay. Let's give the base image. Okay, let's populate our docker file. We will provide base image. I'm gonna use 3.7 as my base image. Um, let's create a directory cmd mkdir and salary data. I'm giving the same folder structure that I have here. Okay, it is salary deploy. Okay, so whatever the contents are inside my this folder, so it will populate inside my container salary deploy. So I will write copy dot slash salary underscore deploy. Okay, I will set work dir as this folder only. I'm gonna expose the port. Since my Flask app is running on the 5000 port, I will use the same port. I'm gonna install all the dependencies. 3 install Flask, scikit learn. Let's give the version 0.20.4 and run the Flask, and at last I need to run that Python file python 3 script dot py. So I will explain you what I've written here. From defines my base image that I'm going to use. Okay, I'm going to create a directory this. Okay, I'm copying all the files that are present inside my this folder, all these files inside my container. I'm setting my work dir. My default working directory is this. I'm exposing the port 5000. I'm installing my dependencies of libraries that is required to run my ML app, and finally I'm running python 3 script.py. Let's save it. Okay, let's check. Okay, this means no container is running right now. Okay, let's build our image. Docker build. Let's give a name. Let's give the tag. Let's give salary spread app. Okay, and dot means it will take the docker file from the current directory. So it is starting building my image. It might take some time. It is installing several libraries inside my container. So it might take some time. Let me pause the video. I will come back after my download is complete. Okay, my building of my image is complete. It took some time. I've got warnings such as the pip version that I'm using is not the latest version. So what you can do is uh, just add here one line that run pip 3 install. Um, oh, you can just check on internet how to upgrade pip to the latest version. Okay, so I'm not touching this. Okay, so let's run our container. You can run the image using docker run -it. Give the name. I will just copy from here. I will copy and paste it here. Okay, so far so good. Let's run it and check whether my Flask server has started inside my container or not. Oh, seems good. Let's. It is running. Okay, it is advisable not to use Flask for the production deployment. For that, you can use Unicorn and other production servers. So let's go to this IP. Let me copy this IP. Copy link. Oh, it's running already. Okay, but for your confirmation, I will just write this and open this. Okay, let's give the age. The age of individual is 36. He is a self-employed education. He is bachelor's like us, not diverse, not married. Yeah, his age is 36. He might be married. Okay. Let he is working in sales relationship. Mm, Not in family. Race. Don't want to comment. Gender is male. Capital gain is, let's say, between 80,000. Capital loss, let's say, 1,000 hours per week. Means how many hours it is working. Let's say he works 7 hours a day and working for 5 days, so 35. Okay. His native country is, let's say, US. Let's click on submit and check what is his salary, predicted salary. It is taking some time. Let's check. Okay, his salary is more than 50K. So finally, I have deployed my app to the Docker container and it is accessible. So let's do one thing. Let's deploy our app to the Kubernetes cluster. So for that, we need to push our image that I have created. Okay, to the um, Docker Hub. It is a repository where you can store your images, Docker images. So let's begin. Okay, let's stop our Docker container. You can stop it using Control C. Okay, stopped. Um, so we need to push it. So let's check our image ID. Oh, it's Docker images. Mm, okay, so this is my image ID. I will copy it and I'm gonna tag it Docker tag, paste my Docker image ID with slash my image name. Uh, where is my image name? Okay, this is my image name. I will copy it. Let paste it here. Docker push 261 slash. Let me paste again. Okay, so it is pushing my image, custom image that I've created from my base image of Python to Docker Hub. It might take some time uh, depending upon your internet speed, so I will resume this video after my image has been pushed to the Docker Hub. Okay, so finally my image has been pushed to the Docker Hub. Okay, so let's deploy our Docker app to our Minikube local cluster. Okay, you can check I've already installed Minikube in my local system. Okay, you can see here my Minikube is running. Okay, so let's check the Minikube status. Um, yeah, I've already shown it's running, so it should be running. So firstly, Kubernetes is an open source container orchestration platform that automates manual process of deploying, scaling of our containerized applications. Okay, so Minikube is running. Okay, you can start Minikube using Minikube start. It will also take some time to start the Minikube cluster. Let's check whether any pod exists or not. Okay, there is no pod, there is no deployment. Okay, so let's create our first deployment uh, using kubectl create deployment. Okay, let's give our name mm, salary red app. Okay, now we will give our image. Okay, so what it does, it's download your image from the Docker Hub. Okay, so that's why I have pushed here my image to the Docker Hub. Okay, so I will give my image name. Um, what happened? Oh, kubectl create deployment salary red app hyphen image equal to slash salary red app colon latest. Command theme fine. Let's run our image. Okay. Now our deployment has been created. Let's check whether our deployment is complete or not. Okay, it's still launching our deployment. it's still launching our pod. Okay, it might take some time, so I will be back after my deployment is completed and my pods are in running status. Okay. Okay, as you can see, our pod is in running status and even our deployment is ready. Okay, let's describe our deployment. kubectl is describe deployment. What is our deployment name? Salary predap app. Okay, let's uh, expose our deployment. kubectl create service. Uh, Type of deployment is Nodeport because we have exported our application on 5000 port. Okay. We will give the deployment name and the IP TCP equal to 5000 colon 5000. kubectl create service Nodeport. Okay. Okay, seems some problem in command. What's the problem? kubectl create. Okay. Okay, this is the problem. Let's get service. Let's check our service has been created or not. Okay, seems good. So our app has been exposed to this port. It is basically the mapping from this port to this port. Let's check the Minikube IP. Okay, so this is our Minikube IP. Okay, we can even check it from here. Perl HTTP. Let's give the port number is 322.32114. Okay, so our deployment is deployment is complete. Okay, so this is the IP. Okay, so let's give age. Oh, a man cannot be so much long age. So let's take any private. He has masters. Okay, he is. Let's say he is divorced. Okay. Um, he works in, let's say, armed forces. Okay. Uh, let's say it's anything. Okay, he is a male. Capital again is like this. Capital loss. Let's say, okay, hours per week. He's very alcoholic and works for 45 hours a week. He is from, let's say, India, and click on submit. So he has income greater than 50k. So finally, I've deployed my app on the Kubernetes cluster. So hope you like this video. This is a long video. Okay, so kindly subscribe to my channel. Have a nice day.